Hello students, welcome back. In the last session we were discussing about swing components. In that we have discussed J checkbox and J radio button. In today's session we will continue our discussion of swing components and we will discuss today the J tabbed pane. So J tabbed pane is provided by the swing package in Java, and it is very useful as it provides the flexibility to the user to switch between different groups of components. Now the GUI which we have created has a single group of components which we can see on the screen, but we can create separate GUIs which contains different group of components, and we can switch between these different groups of components by simply clicking on the tabs. So tabbed pane has the tab at the top, and by clicking on those tabs we can switch from one group of components to the other group of components. For example, I have a screen, you can see here, this is a property screen. Here you can see at the top we have tabs. Now right now the general tab is clicked and you can see the components which are there in the general tab. You can see a text filled here, you can see some labels used, image used and button used, check boxes are there. So this is one group of components which you can see when you click on general tab. When you again click on tools tab, you can see a different set of components. So we have different tabs here. Upon clicking on those tabs you will see a separate GUI or separate set of components. Such type of GUI we can create in Java by using tabbed pane. So tabbed pane, it is used to create tabs which contains a set of components. Now the tabbed pane manages a set of components by linking them with tabs. So tabbed pane manages set of components by simply linking those components with tabs. Selecting a tab causes the components associated with that tab to come forefront, as I have shown you there in the example image. When I click on general tab, the components associated with the general tab are displayed. If I click on some other tab, say if I click on this tools tab, the components which are associated with the tools will come to the forefront and are displayed. Same way for hardware and other tabs. General procedure to use tabbed pane in applet. Now let us see what is the general procedure to create a tabbed pane. Okay, the first step in that is create tabbed pane object. If you want to create tabbed GUI with a tabbed pane, then first thing is we need to create a tabbed pane object. Second, call add tab to add the tab to the pane. We have to call a method add tab, and this method add tab has a syntax void add tab name of the tab. You can see in the example also, you can see a name on the tab. This is general, this is tools and hardware. Like that you can pass a name here. Then components. Now the components, it is the group of components or set of components which you want to display when that particular tab is clicked. So you have to add a name and the component. Okay, so these two steps needs to be repeated. So repeat step 2 for each tab. For every tab we have to repeat the step 2, that is add a tab. So whatever number of tabs you want to add, you can add it by repeating the step 2. And we have step 4, add the tabbed pane to the contained pane of the applet. And lastly we have to add the tabbed pane to the contained pane of the applet. Okay, so this is how we can create a tabbed pane. So let us go through an example to understand this. So graphically I'll show you what exactly we will be doing. To create a tabbed pane, what we can do is we can create some panels. Panel in Java Swing, it is a lightweight container, remember. So panel, it is a container which can hold other components. So we will create some panels like this by creating separate classes. Some 3-4 panels will be created. Panels are also the containers, I said, but these are lightweight containers, and each of those panel may have some components, some set of components. So here you can see some buttons. In the second panel we may have some radio buttons. In the third panel we may have the other components, say a checkbox. Okay, these are the panels, and we have our applet here. So this is our applet. So this is the applet with some buttons on the top. And on this applet, as the first step is explained, we have to create an object of tabbed pane. So object of tabbed pane, when we create, it will create something like this. Tabbed pane, it is also a container, remember. Now when we add a tab, that is the second step, it will add a tab into the tabbed pane like this. Say name of the tab, that is, I'll say first. So that name is displayed here on the top, first. And whenever we add the components, now how to add a component, we have created a panel, you can see, which contains the group of components. So this panel itself needs to be sent as an argument to add a tab. So that panel will be automatically added along with this, and the panel is displayed inside the tabbed pane. And same way, when I add a second tab is inserted into this, and we will be sending the second panel to it, so that whenever the second tab is created, this particular panel is visible on the applet screen. Same way, you can create any number of tabs and you can pass any number of components to it. Now let us go through an example how it is created. Okay, let's see this example in the notepad. I have already copied this in the notepad. You can see how it is created. Initially some packages have been imported. We haven't imported AWT and event because no event is handled in this particular program. We have here the HTML code to embed applet into it. Then we have the class, again the init method, which contains Swing utilities to create event dispatching thread, and from event dispatching thread we are creating our GUI. Now make GUI, we have followed these steps. You can see first we have created an object of tabbed pane. So how to create an object of tabbed pane? The syntax is similar. JTabbed pane, JTP is equals to new JTabbed pane. The object is created. Then we are adding the tabs into this JTabbed pane. JTP.addTab, the name of the first tab will be cities, and we are adding something to it. We are adding new cities panel. We are adding an object of cities panel. So what is the cities panel? As I have told you, we are creating a separate panels by using classes here. Now you can see down, we have created a class here, class cities panel extends JPanel. So what we are exactly doing it, we are creating a separate panel, separate container. Okay, now that container is created inside the class cities panel. And what is there in that container? Now you can see in cities panel constructor, what we have done is we have created a button first, same syntax, JButton b1 is equal to new j button, new your, and add b1. When I say add b1, this b1 will be added on the j panel like I have shown in the diagram. Okay, we are creating a separate panel and we are adding the components on it. So like this you can add the components on separate panels. Same way second button is created, it is added, third button is created, that is added, and fourth button is created and that is also added. And the constructor is closed, cities panel constructor is closed and the class is closed. So when I say here new cities panel, an object of cities panel is created, and the object of cities panel, what it contains a panel with these buttons. Okay, and that is passed to the first tab. So whenever you click on the first tab cities, you will see all those buttons, J button, B1 with New York, London and some cities. Okay, then same way add tab colors. With the color panel we have one more class here, colors panel, and in the same way we have created a GUI in the colors panel also, but we have added a checkboxes here in the colors panel. Okay, then we have one more panel called as flavors panel. In flavors panel also we are creating a GUI. We are adding a combo box actually here. Combo box JCB is equals to new combo box, and JCB dot add items vanilla, chocolate and strawberry. We will study about combo box in the next session. Combo box, it is a drop down menu where when you click on the arrow marks you will see list of items. Okay, so combo box has been added. The class is flavors panel. So we have 3 panels created and each of this panel is added in the tab, one tab. So we have created 3 tabs here by using add tab. So in the tabbed pane we have added 3 tab, and the end we are adding the tabbed pane itself on the main container, that is our applet container, add JTP. So tabbed pane is added on the applet container. Now let us compile and execute this to see the output. I have saved it in F. Okay, Java C, name of our program it is J tabbed pane demo .java. Okay, it has got compiled. Once it is compiled we can execute it by using applet viewer, because we are executing applet here. Applet viewer, the same name, because applet code is also added in the same file. Java. Now you can see it has executed and we have something like this, the GUI. Okay, so this is what you see, it is a tabbed pane. It is a tabbed pane and we have tabs at the top. We have created cities, colors and flavors, and by default the first tab is selected, and so you can see the components of the first tag, that is New York, London, Hong Kong, Tokyo, that is displayed on the buttons. Then we have a colors panel, and when I click on colors you can see the check boxes, and when you click on flavors you can see a combo box component. Okay, so like this we can create a separate panel, and each of this panel can have a separate GUI as well, or separate set of components as well. And if you want to handle events, you can handle events on these buttons or checkboxes independently in the classes which are declared. Like in cities panel we have the buttons, you can handle events on the buttons inside the cities panel class. In the same way we handled events on the button earlier. Okay, so that's it about the tabbed pane. We will continue our discussion of other components in the next session. Thank you.